Figured I'd call these Unwind with Dr. Ann. I'm going to put on my biocharger. Let me just show you what this thing is. It is a combination of technologies, pulsed electromagnetic fields. It is a Tesla coil. It has some gases, sound, um, and so these four different modalities together. Anyway, it's called a biocharger, and we're here to unwind together. I'm drinking my Mighty Maca and I'm here to answer some questions and kind of comment on what's been happening to the day. This is definitely the end of my day, and I was like, okay, I promised y'all that I would come back and address any questions, comments that have come in and share a little bit. And I was debating on what to call this session that we have together. And I think it's like Unwind with Dr. Anna at the bottom of your day. Haha, as a gynecologist, I thought that kind of made sense. So we always try to get our day started off right, but at the end of our day, the way we end our day is really going to make a difference with how we feel the next day. So unwinding at the end of your day is a really powerful practice, and setting up your evening ritual, your bedtime ritual, and what that looks like and what that feels like can make a big difference to your restorative sleep in the evening and how you wake up. So I committed at least for a week or a couple weeks to do these evening musings with you. So yeah, unwind at the bottom of your day. How's that sound? Unwind at the bottom of your day. Yes, pun intended. And I am Dr. Anna Cabeca. I'm a girlfriend doctor. I'm triple board certified OBGYN. I do not go to work like this, but I do unwind like this. And I have my Mighty Maca, which is my superfood drink. I'm drinking as a hot tea right now, reading a book, taking time to relax. I'm oxygenating with my biocharger right now because I came back from Bali after it was over a 34-hour return journey, and including 20 hours of flight time. And yeah, I got some respiratory crud. So I'm sitting in front of my biocharger here, trying to recharge, drinking my Mighty Maca. I've been on bone broth and my keto alkaline and Keto-Green shakes for a few days now. Today is day 3 of doing keto, just shakes and bone broth. And I made a delicious bone broth. Now, bone broth is so medicinal. You think of how we started drinking bone broth, right? Taking bones, boiling them, and understanding that this is going to nourish your body. And how does that happen? I mean, we get the minerals from the bones, and it nourishes our body. And the collagen, it's really good for our digestive tract. It's good for our skin. So I'm counting on it to help my skin after long travel and all kinds of different experiences. And I'm very glad to be here, needless to say. So yes, I was in Bali, Indonesia, and Ubud, Indonesia, where I was also 18 years ago. So it was a full circle experience for me, a full circle journey, looking at where I was 18 years ago to where I am now, and feeling so much gratitude for being here. It was really, it has been very tremendous time of reflection for me, because 18 years ago I was broken. I had significant PTSD. I was grieving. I was suicidal, to be honest. I wanted to die. I didn't know how I would live, but I knew I had to live. I had to live at least for my children. And now I really do. I live for myself, and my children are better for it. This has been a huge experience. I went from really broken to enjoying every day, feeling grateful for every day to be here. And today was a really special day because today marked the first call of my Magic Menopause certification program, where I am certifying 20 other women in my Magic Menopause method. So it's my Magic Menopause coaching certification program, something I built in 2014 and have launched and updated every year since. It's been a tremendous goal of mine to teach others to do the work that I do. And I wish no other practitioner, no other person to have gone on the journey that I've gone on. You know, to have been in the places that I've been in, despair, broken, um, broke and really desolate to be, to know what I know. And I kept, like, God, honest to God, God put her hand in my life, and serendipitously I met some of the most amazing healers around the world and had some of the most amazing experiences, and continue to have them. And what I learned is that our body is never broken in an unmendable fashion. There's always one next right step. There's always something we can do. So today in my magic, today marking the first call of my magic menopause certification program, where 20 others are taking up the baton and saying, we want to help thousands of women too. We want to help thousands of women stop the struggle, stop the circling the drain experience, going from one provider to another. If you have had that experience, please comment below. Just like comment why below, or yes, you've had the experience, or tell me about that experience. We learn from each other, and I don't want other physicians or practitioners to be making those mistakes. And I want to give them the tools to really inspire hope, positive transformation, hormonal balance, to rid the body from inflammation. That I call this the devil's pitchfork. Seriously, I know it because I experienced it. Inflammation, hormone imbalance, and adrenal dysfunction. Those three things are the devil's pitchfork. So when we address the underlying reasons for those issues, we really, really, that's where real healing begins. That's where real transformation begins. And during our call today, one of the practitioners on the call said, it's just amazing how many diagnoses there are. If you look at all the diagnoses, there are like thousands of diagnoses. And don't forget about the syndromes that just lump a bunch of symptoms together, and we're going to call them syndrome. Premenstrual syndrome, perimenopausal or menopausal syndrome, just name it. We've got syndromes for everything. And so fibromyalgia syndrome, just that's the waste bucket diagnosis. If you've ever had the fibromyalgia diagnosis, you know what I'm talking about. But what's it come down to? Inflammation, hormone imbalance, adrenal dysregulation. And so when we address those reasons at a cellular level, all those symptoms go away. They really do. So one of the practitioners on the call was commenting about these syndromes that we talk about, and how with her experience going through my method and my program, she was able to get rid of a dozen diagnoses and a dozen symptoms. So from the headaches, the fatigue, the low libido, the mood swings, the aching joints, the hot flashes. The list goes on, right? So if you think, okay, our body is really powerful. And so empowering you to heal yourself, that's my goal. I know I'm a physician. I have an ego too. I want to take some credit here, but we have been trained in our medical system, and this is one of the things we talked about in my certification program, is we've been trained as patients, and as women, to give our power away. So don't you think it's time we take our power back? I do. So I want to hear from you. Have you been dismissed by your doctor? Have you felt like you were circling the drain looking for answers, that you got better results from Google than your own doctor? That makes me cringe. That hurts my heart as a doctor. And I tell you, I was there too. 18 years ago, when I was told I was diagnosed with infertility and early menopause, and I was told I needed antidepressants and sleep meds. Man, I don't take a single one of those. So it's really empowering to know that the body has the ability to heal. And if you listen to my talk from my evening musings from yesterday, I talked about that journey where I was 18 years ago in some more detail, and what an Indonesian healer, how he diagnosed me and actually sparked some hope when all my medical training had failed me. So that's what I hope to do in others. In the certification call, we had women from around the country, and all different professions, from physical therapists to nurse practitioners to a family medicine doctor to a pediatrician to coaches, health coaches, and life coaches, and oh my gosh, a very beautiful, well-rounded group that are all saying the same thing. We want to help other women stop the suffering, and this is it's the way we do it is one next right step at a time. So I am using this time so that you can ask me anything. Put my glasses on and see, and comment below. Ask me anything. Let me know if you have anything you want to share. I'm here to ask anything, to help you, to support you, and to help you stop circling the drain. And what I will tell you too is that it's time to take our power back. It's time to feel empowered in our lives, and that, what does that look like? I will show you what I'm reading right now. It's quite interesting, a very different character than myself, but it's this book on mental toughness by Andy Frisella. And he runs a program called 75 Hard, which is basically drink a gallon of water a day, do a 45-minute outdoor workout, a 45-minute other workout, so 2 workouts a day, read 10 pages of a nonfiction book, preferably personal development, and take a selfie picture, follow a diet. So for me, it's my Keto-Green. Now we're in Magic Menopause, so I'm following my Magic Menopause menus. Actually, I'm doing my Keto-Green and bone broth to clean up from travel for over 2 weeks and long distance. That was Bali, Indonesia. And what else? And no alcohol. I think that's the brunt of it. Those things. And anyway, so what I learned when I was reading this book is how often it's not the nasty bitch that's on our shoulder. I mean, there's a nasty bitch on our shoulder for sure. And have a good boss bitch, right? Want her. But we also have this nasty bitch. But worse than that nasty bitch is the sympathetic bitch, right? It's that sympathetic voice that says, oh, well, you can not do that tonight, or you can skip the workout, or you drank 3 liters instead of 4, or, like you make excuse. It's okay that you have this cheat day, or you can have that cheat meal, and you're in the midst of it and thinking, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I cheating myself? That sympathetic voice is very detrimental to us as women. We want to be held in a safe space for sure. We want to raise the bar for ourselves. And going from mediocrity to extraordinary takes discipline, and it takes us making the right steps consistently, time and time again, the right steps consistently. So that is what I am thinking about today during my, I don't know, what do you think about the title? Unwind at the bottom of your day with Dr. Anna. And, kind of think it's appropriate as a gynecologist. But let me know in the comments. And I will come back tomorrow evening. I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona. I have to get up early for an early flight. I'm off to Phoenix, Arizona to speak on one of my favorite topics. Speaking of the bottom, on vaginal health and intimacy is my topic for tomorrow. Speaking for Women's Health Summit, integrative and anti-aging and longevity group called A4M. So it's in Phoenix, Arizona. If you guys are in Phoenix, Arizona, tomorrow I'll be in Scottsdale, the Women's Health Summit, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you are there, come by. My team is there, actually, like my 2 daughters, my daughter and my adopted daughter, Amira and Jami, and we will be there. We have a booth set up, and I'm speaking and doing a book signing. We are giving copies of my book, The Hormone Fix, away. So for those of you in Scottsdale, definitely want to come by and get a copy of the book, even if you already have one, because you want to give this book, The Hormone Fix, to a man in your life. Yes, you heard me correctly, to a man in your life. Every man that reads The Hormone Fix says thank you I now know what my wife has been going through, or my partner has been going through. I'm giving this book to all my son-in-laws, and I want all my daughters to read this book. And the Hormone Fix is a transformational book. It really was the onset of my creation of the what I call my Keto-Green method, the healthy physiologic approach to restoring our hormones, and that it takes more than hormones to fix our hormones, as well as the many things that interrupt our hormones. Oh, looks like my biocharger's done now, so time up, y'all. Hope to see you in person sometime soon. Definitely we'll be back here tomorrow night for evening musings, or what are we calling it? Unwind at the bottom of your day. Cheers, y'all.